So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once more. Ξεκινάμε ακόμη μια παρουσίαση. Έχουμε την τιμή και τη χαρά να έχουμε το Μιχάλη, θα τον ονομάσω στα ελληνικά. Ο Μιχάλης θα μας μιλήσει στα μυστικά πώς μπορούμε να προετοιμαζόμαστε για ένα διαγωνισμό. Γενικές στρατηγικές. Το σεμινάριο θα είναι στα αγγλικά. Δεν θα υπάρχει μετάφραση, αλλά λογικά οι περισσότεροι γνωρίζετε αγγλικά. So, Michael, welcome. Please start.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. One, two. Everything is good. Come closer, because we have free space. And what is the topic today will be? It will be on strategy and planning, and how to prepare yourself. Could I? It'll be strategy and planning, how to prepare yourself for the competition. It's mainly I will talk about myself first up, but now about the strategy. What is strategy? Strategy is the high-level plan to achieve one or more goals in not stable circumstances. And what is important for the strategy? It's use the resources, and one of those is strategic planning and strategic thinking. And on my life experience, I will show you how I implement the strategy in my life, and then I will just show you my experience of how I did that in competition. As I told you, I will speak about myself a bit, and you can join me and follow me on Instagram. It will be here. You'll see that. This is me 2003. This is the way Eminem was pretty famous, and I was working on a bar. I was not thinking of being a global brand ambassador. I was just joining this industry, and I was learning about how it should be done, how it should be used, and etc. And here I am now. I'm 2018, and I'm a global brand ambassador of 1883, and I'm traveling a lot over the world, and I'm promoting. I'm doing the lectures. This is the second lecture, first in this year, but I'm doing the guest shifts as well, and how I did it. This was the strategy and a tactics course I prepared for that. And you see, this is the gap between 2003 and 2018. I finished my high-level education. This is the bachelor degree on hospitality management. And I started thinking about how to implement this in my life. And of course, when you finished your high degrees, you're thinking about, okay, I will not be at the bartender the whole of my life. But I am, and I will be doing this after years and years, because you can develop yourself. I joined the company. This is the local Latvian company called Sanitex, and they are distributors. And I was the guy who was involved in building the portfolio. And I found in the portfolio zero brand, Taser, which I started to think about that, and I was at that date, in 2004, I understood that I need to take a chance and to focus on that brand and to build that brand in my country. I built the brand, and the guys from Taser noticed me, and they offered me to work in France in one of the biggest French exhibition. I was working on the bar, and there the 1883 guys noticed me. They see that how I did. They start to headhunting me, and they offer me. They proposed me a job on a global brand ambassador in 2015, and this is how I joined the team of 1883 as the global brand ambassador. And this is me now, 2018, still doing this stuff, 3 years in a row already. I'm doing the global stuff with that, just only because I believe and I passionate about what I have done, and the guys will notice. The real guys will notice that. Okay, this is the video I will show you. It is in Russian, but I will translate it for you, because this is the amazing sentence that the guy. This is the horse riding guy who won the competition, and this guy interviewed him asking. I will show you the stuff. Wait a second, please. Should we open? Yeah.
У вас была какая-то тактика с самого начала, вы ее придерживались?
С самого начала у меня была какая-то тактика, и я ее придерживался.
The guy in the glasses who interviewed asking, have you a tactics in the start, and you just follow that? and the guy who wins answers, I had some tactics and I was following it. This is amazing how the tactics should work. You should have a tactics and you should follow it. And then it goes to the time managing. The time management is something that you should learn for sure. This is like Jane playing today, have a good slack, not doing nothing, and she managed everything. Because she was planning to do nothing and she managed to do nothing. This is the best example of a time management. When you manage your time, you can do everything as it should be done. Okay, this is the way now we're going to do an preparation for the speed round. Why I will show you this, because I compete in monkey shoulder competition, and the final was the speed round for me. And I lost because I have not participated in the speed round before. And I was angry about myself because I didn't prepare myself to the speed round, because I didn't know that it will be a speed round, etc. And we joined the team battle of Absolute in White, and we was the fastest team in Latvia. But the fastest team in Latvia was, this is the task. We have 10 drinks, should be done, 10 drinks. And 2 guys should prepare 10 drinks. The fastest in the Baltics was those 2 ladies in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. What we have done, we just start to analyze the video. It doesn't work. Yeah, could you just... This is the fast forwarding, but you can see this, well, you see your competitor, what they have done. Do you see the strategy? The strategy is that the ladies divide those alcohol by 2. The one lady is handing 1 alcohol, the second one doesn't hold it anymore. And this is the strategy. They just will shake, they divided the cocktails by 5, and they're preparing 5 cocktails by each. And this is the way how they managed to do so quick. Yeah, this is, let them finish. Cool, 2 and 4 minutes, 2 and 4 seconds. The next step that, it's a brainstorm. The tactics
У вас была
again.
какая-то тактика с самого начала?
You need to find your tactics. Before you start, just you need to know the rules, to know what is allowed and what is not allowed. And as well, you need to know your strength, and you need to know your weaknesses. This is me with my pal, where I was having a team, and well, I wouldn't say weakness. I'm not the guy who working like 24/7 in a bar. And for me to remember the recipe is not the strongest part. This guy is, he needs to just to watch at the recipe and he remember everything. And this is our strength. This guy the no recipe, I could do all other stuff. As you can see, here we can see already strategy. He filling the glasses, he filling all the 10 cocktails. I'm doing the preparation for the ice and glasses. I'm shaking and he is checking for the garnishes and the straws. We divided totally. He not shaking, he not preparing the drinks. He's pouring the alcohol inside. I'm shaking, and we made it in 2 minutes and 58 seconds with the 2 deductions, and we were trained on 1:58, but because of they changed the rules. You kept your glasses not on the bar, but behind. We just spent some seconds as well. But still, we was 1 minute ahead for the second place. Like the second team made in 3 minutes 58 seconds. We won on 1 minute just because of the strategy we used, and nobody used this kind of a strategy as well. And this is how we did the preparation. Why I'm telling you, because usually it's better to prepare yourself. The World Class is one of the prestigious competitions in the world. And you should be prepared before. And this is a World Class final. And why too? Because by yourself, you cannot judge yourself. Somebody should watching you and tell you what is your mistakes. At least to take a video or to do advices and to say how it looks like. Maybe he saw some changes you need to do. This is a World Class 2017. I made it second in my country. And this is what to start with. As well, this is the strategic planning. You need to do the strategic planning. It was 12 days before the final. Now, this is the competition that will be in 2 days. It's a semi-final and final because we had the semi-final for the country and a final for the Baltics. It's 3 countries in one. And there is a 6th competition you need to be prepared for. This is the mixture box. And we thought that we could manage to do the 12% of that. We need to prepare ourselves and take 12% of all of the time for the mystery box. And we choose the bartender personality and presentation skills as the main because you will receive the points for that. And by that points, I will show you later a bit, you can combine all the flavors because the cocktail is not the main stuff where you getting the points of that. Then the quiz, it's something that you should do homework. It's 0% for you. Just come to the bar and prepare yourself. Then is your signature drink. It's the same 1.5 day, 12.5%. And then we decide that all half of our time spent on a speed round because the speed round is 9 cocktails in 9 minutes and you should prepare yourself. And the funniest stuff that the speed round is the final, but you need to went to the semi-final to be in a final. It means that if you spend 50% of your time for the speed round and you not get to the final, you spend the 50% like preparing for yourself and you not get it. Then it goes to the blind test and the punch round. Punch round, it was 1.5 just to for the presentation and skills because of the punch round was the round when you need to present your punch in 5 minutes. This is all about the presentation. We divided the week. This is the 29th of May till the 13th of June. We made a calendar, a schedule when we need to practice, when we need to do this. It was like we were strict doing this, and you see the speed round is like 50% of all those the schedule. And here is my time is 9 cocktails in 8 minutes and 50 seconds. I made it, and as well there was a strategy. This is my strategy. This is 9 cocktails divided by the judges. It was Will Thompson, Eric Lawrence, and Kenji. I divided by 3 on a start because I was preparing like 3 this, 3 this, 3 this. Not as usual, like I'm taking the vodka, pouring here, pouring here, pouring here. I was making like 3 drinks, 3 drinks, and 3 drinks. Light is here because I prepare myself like that. Then I put everything I need in my presentation for each kind of cocktails, not to miss any stuff for that, like mixing glass, spoon, jigger, strainer, and I was checking this list before I went to stage. Then I made the coloration with the color. It was premixes. I made the premixes with the number of a cocktail that I will meet because when you know the rules, premixes is not forbidden for that. And you see I have numbers of cocktails here, like first one, second, it's 9 cocktails. My bottle was numbered, totally numbered with the premixes. It was more than 9 bottles, but still. And I put the ml inside of a bottle to know how many measures I need to do that. But then I read one more time the rules and I prepare myself that it was exact the measurement I need to use in the cocktails. I was just taking the bottle, pouring it till the end, that's it. Then those 3, I'm combining this together because this is the same, almost the same, and you see, you have only, for the cocktail, you have 40 points out of 110. It means the cocktails is important, but not as important the presentation or other stuff, how you interact actually. I made a mistake in the signature, but I still made it to be in a final. And because the whole presentation was even better than, the cocktail was nice, the presentation was nice, and the whole interaction was good. It's meant that not to be involved only in cocktail. Don't think about the cocktail because this is not the cocktail competition. It's a bartender, about how you reacting on the stage. And while you're doing your presentation, don't read or don't, if you are having a text, you need to study it like it's your best role and you will present it as you would play a Shakespeare, I guess. Because usually when you write a script for you and you doesn't know what it's about, it's a problem for you while you're making a presentation, interacting with the judges. For me, it's more improvising, and I'm using the hints. Because this presentation is improvisation as well. If you'll be joining my this kind of presentation again, it will not be the same because I'm not ready. I haven't got the text for that. This is my life. I know how to do that, and I will speak with you from my heart. And this is I'm improvising now. For me, the topic is the hint. I know what I should talk now. The same I'm doing my presentation when I'm doing the cocktails. I have some hints. For example, for roses, I took third place. It was the popcorn syrup inside. It was a bourbon, and it was okay. Cinema, popcorn, corn, bourbon. That's it. It was enough to do to build the whole story and to present it to the judges. And I was speaking about the cinema, that I hate the cinemas, but the most sell stuff in the cinema is the corn, it's the popcorn, the corn is the bourbon, etc., and let's go. You just can't interrupt, and you are ready for any kind of a question because you are not thinking about your text. You're ready to react on any kind of question on the judges you ask. Single malts. There was the blind test in the final. It was the Diageo single malts, and I had the best of a result. It's 8 out of 10. I missed just 2 of them because of the glassware they use. But here I can probably you can have your options how to do that. Do you have any options how to do to prepare yourself for the blind test? This is This is the list of single malts that will be hidden in a glass, and just the way how you prepare yourself. Any option how you can do this? Okay, I will tell you. There is a 3 Isla whiskey. This is highly peated whiskey. When you can smell the Isla and you understand this is Isla because of the peatiness and the smokiness. And out of those 10, we found out the 3 Isla. It's already easier for you because not 10 are participating in a blind testing, only 7 of them. And then we went to these 7 because 3 are already decided to how to do. And the next strategy was, because we started to smell them, to test them, to understand what kind of flavors they have, but we understood that it's too complicated in a stressful situation to understand all the notes of the whiskey that is when you're doing the blind test. And the strategy was certain. This is the single malt. And you can see this difference in the color. They have the difference in the color. And we started to recognize them by the color, the shades of yellow. And this was the second part of a training. We found out this Isla. Then we just, for example, Kalila is one of the brightest yellow. It means this Kalila is yellow. We had those 3 Isla was done. Then you have 7, which has the shades of yellow, and you still can understand what it is. But why I missed 1? Because it was Glenkichi who has the medical inside. And because of the glasses the judges were using, it was impossible to understand. It was only vanilla inside of all of single malts. I hope it was useful. I was made a bit faster than it should be done. But if you have some questions, you can ask me for sure. And I would like to invite. I have a guest shift in Pereubu tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Just come join. I will present my concept, new concept that I'm doing for the world class this year. It's something interesting. This is when you are not anymore choosing the cocktail chooses you. The cocktails are limited. Just if you're interested, come and join. It will be fun. Thank you, guys. I made it a bit quicker than it should be. If you have questions, just come join to me and we can discuss everything.